Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 39 of the Pokemon Cup series. Today we're here at North Wilkesboro Speedway for the running of the Tyson Holy Farms 400. On the pole for the race will be the 17 of Christian Russell. Alongside him will be the 42 of Max Bailey. Row 2 will have the 10 of Ryan Durrani and the 20 of Dylan Kroom. Row 3 has the 8 of Cassandra Kirker and the 21 of Samad Ozcon. Row 4 is the 11 of Giovanni Castillo and the 36 of Billy Bishop. Rounding out your top 10 are the 15 of Alex Hawkins and the 4 of Zachary Fitzwater. And our two guest drivers here today will be the 31 of Kev Shearer and the 29 of Luke Walker. And he's running a different number than he's usually running because he's running the Cartoon Network Retro Paint Scheme I found recently. And you'll notice that every driver has a retro paint scheme. This is the first of two races we're doing retro paint schemes on the drivers. We'll have another retro paint scheme race over at Darlington in 2 races from now, right after the Coca-Cola regular season finale. And that'll be the first playoff race as well. So just 2 races left in the regular season, and all the drivers that have not won this season, they're going to be fighting for that win to get themselves in the playoffs, because this and Coca-Cola will be the last 2 races in the regular season. So a win gets you in automatically in the playoffs. If not, the rest of the positions will be decided on the best results from each of the drivers, the most top 2s, top 5s, and whatnot. We'll explain more. We'll explain more on that on our next race at Coca-Cola. But for now, let's enjoy the wonderful world of North Wilkesboro as we're about to go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines.
Yeah, let's hope this race doesn't become a disaster like it was last time. It was a confusing mess last year's race here at the track. Hopefully it doesn't happen again this time. A 40-lap race we expect to have today here at the legendary North Wilkesboro Speedway, being brought back to life to host another Pokemon Cup Series race. And it's going to be an exciting weekend for retro fans to enjoy, and we are green at North Wilkesboro. Good start for the 17 team as the drivers in the back going side by side. Ooh, 10 car got a little loose there. 42 trying to clear the 10 on the corner, but the 17 pulls ahead. All the side-by-side battling for second. The 17 is able to pull ahead of the lead. 42 clears the 10 on the high lane. What a move for him. And the caution's out for the first time, as we see Nicky Maxwell and John Gilbert, I believe. No, 41 spin out. So 1941 bring the caution out, and ooh. Yeah, John Gilbert, I was right. John Gilbert, Nicky Maxwell with contact. And here's another look at that as the 19 hit the 41 from behind and they crash. And the field gets held up a little bit there, and the race back to the line. Russell's going to lead the field with a caution. 17 car leads the field back to the yellow flag. And everybody hopes to get back into speed again. And they will. Oh, look at that. They're going to pit early. How weird is that? Wow. And what is going on here? Seems that they're confused. A little confusion there. Ooh, 43 had some contact. Wow. A lot of confusion here. 95 with some damage too. And the 1 car as well. I'm not sure what happened. I guess there was a mix-up. Wow. There was a little mix-up there on their way to pit road, and they just held each other up, and now the 43 is angry. I mean, he just let his frustration out on the 43 43 just let his frustration out in the 52. That is Quinn Porter in the 52. And what happened? Like, how did this happen? Oh wow, they were stopping at each other, and I'm not sure what was going on. They just stopped at each other and they made damage. And Alexander Rowe with major damage. A lot of cars are now out. Wow. Look at that. Rowe with major damage, and then on his way to pit road, he just goes at it with Quinn Porter in the 52. I'm not sure if he thinks that it was Quinn Porter's fault right here. He just lets it out. He just showed his frustration on Quinn Porter. And look, well, you could see some of the drivers frustrated with big damage in the front after a weird, bizarre sequence. Cars were like stopping at each other and causing damage to the front of their cars. 95. Look at that hood. Look at that. Would you look at that? You just saw that the hood just came off of the 95 stall. Look at that. There's the hood of the 95 car, Johnny Gardner. There's Johnny Gardner's hood on his pit stall. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen I don't think I've ever seen something like that before in any race. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before. Wow. Well, Johnny Gardner doesn't have to worry because he was our winner last week at a thrilling race at, I believe, Road America. Yeah, Road America was a thriller, and he won last weekend there to clinch his spot in the playoffs. And I believe the only car out of... Oh, no, there are 3 cars out of it. Okay. So, after all that, Chris Leone has chosen to stay out to take the lead. So, the 51 car will lead the field back to the green. And very soon, we'll get back to green flag racing. So, it looks like 2 cars are out. It looks like Sebastian Kukulon and Alexander Rowe are out of the race. And we're back to green. Side-by-side battle with Isaiah Bernesh and Christian Vargas. And Vargas is going to clear. The 77, he gets a little loose exiting turn 1, though. But Vargas takes second spot. Oh, Reynolds trying to get third spot. And now they have to come to pit road for whatever reason. Not sure what that was about, but they come to pit road. And the other cars that didn't pit are coming to pit. Yeah. Not sure if the fuel lasted or something, but Chris Leone didn't pit, so he might have to come to pit on this period, and he's not. He's going to stay out. So Chris Leone stays out somehow, and there's the caution flag. And we have another crash. Those cars that pitted early are well, they're going to be lapped. They're screwed unless if the leader comes to pit for whatever reason. And it's around the same area where we had our mix-up in pit road. This time, though, it looks like Ryan Durrani made contact with Samad Ozkan in the 21. And then the 21 is hit by the 42 from behind. And the yellow comes out again as several drivers come to pit road. And now the 51 and the other pack of cars are going to pit under caution. And it's probably at this point it's expected because a lot of cars have damage. A lot of cars are beating and banging each other at the first couple laps, and there you see some trouble now as Luke Walker and Chris Leone are going at it with their cars for whatever reason. Wow. What was that? What was Luke Walker thinking? I mean, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if Chris Leone could not enter his stall because Luke was exiting or Luke got in the way. And yeah, They were going at it with their cars. Wow. This is North Wilkesboro at its best, man. Oh, man. This is one of the toughest races I've seen in memory. I mean, wow. Look at these guys go at it in the small pit stalls. This is just insane. This race is insane. And now I'm not sure who the leader is. And now more cars to pit. And what? And Quinn Porter's not giving up this race. Even with some major damage, he ain't giving up. 8 cars off pit road. And who's the leader now? Who's going to be marked as the leader? I'm not sure who. These are lap cars, I believe. So who's the leader now? And that's not been scored yet as the leader. I think the 22. They're going to mark the 22 as the leader. That is Avi Sachs leading the race. And he's got lap cars in front of him. This might be a good restart we could be seeing here. This is good. Now the other 2 cars have to stall for the pack. And wow. What was that about? Look at that. 9 and 88. They wanted to go at... They wanted to go. The 9 car especially. He wanted to go. He tried to bump his teammate out of the way just to get out of pit road. They wanted to go. They wanted to keep racing. They wanted to get back to the green as soon as possible. They wanted to go at it. Okay. So, in this race, bizarre race at North Wilkesboro, it's already starting to... Yeah, it's already fun as it is. I mean, we're halfway through the race. 2 caution flags and a couple cars are out of it. And Samad Oskan, Quinn Porter, they're done. Their race is over. And we have 4 cars a lap down and several cars about to be a lap down. And this is going to make for a really, really crazy restart. We're not green just... Oh, yeah, we're about to go green this time. I thought we were going to have 1 lap left before the green flag waves. But we're going to be back to the green with Avi Sachs, your race leader now. And he's getting held up by the lap traffic in front of him. This is going to be really fun. Well, Avi Sachs, he still can't get by lap traffic in front of him. And right behind him is Cassandra Kirker running in the 2nd position. It was last weekend. It was Johnny Gardner winning again to tie Jacob Lawler for the lead in wins in terms of other drivers that aren't mine. Yeah, only Pete Hugh and Leia Walker have more wins than Johnny Gardner and Jacob Lawler. And Gardner and Lawler, or Jacob Lawler and Johnny Gardner, are both even in terms of wins now in the PCS after Johnny won last weekend at Road America. Avi Sachs, 20-plus wins, also a legend in this series, and he has yet to win a championship, while Johnny has won 2. So Avi Sachs hoping that this year is finally his year to win the title, coming back after being a part-time driver for the past couple seasons in a full-time ride, and is hoping that today he gets back in the playoffs with the win. He might still be in the playoffs on results alone, but I'll have to check and see. Honestly, I haven't really checked much on the results so far on the results since a few races, like almost halfway through the season. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But so far, despite lap cars in front of him giving him dirty air, he's still leading the race. I don't think he is trying to pass the lap traffic. He's just trying to make the best of what's thrown at him. And he's doing a pretty good job at maintaining the lead while having lap cars right in front of him that could cause a wreck at any moment. And he would have to really try to avoid the traffic as best as possible. Yeah, they're going side by side at one another. They're still running as if they're trying to compete for a win. And John Andrews 27th. He's slow, so I'm not sure if they'll catch him. 20 car just went by 19. These are lap cars I thought I mentioned, so they're not going to play a factor in terms of deciding the winner. And there's a caution. And the 18 car Jonathan Fast just went up into the wall, bringing out another caution. There's contact from the 18 and the 37, and this is why we're under yellow again. Jonathan Fast with some trouble. So how will this play out in pit road strategy if there's any drivers on pit road at all? We'll have to wait and see who's going to come to pit. If there's any pit stops. And Abby Sachs has chosen to pit under caution. So halfway through, Shane Golodex is looking to be your leader. And let's hope we don't have this crazy pause back there again, like this congestion again. And we might, maybe not. I think it's a little bit better than it was before. So that's good. Shane Golodex is going to lead the field right now, unless if he pits on the next lap. And I've seen several drivers pit a lap after their competitors have sometimes. I guess they wanted to get the better run on the newer tires and hold on and probably come back later. And they're not pitting right now, so pit stops complete. And Avi Sachs looks to be restarting outside the top 10. Because Cassidy Reynolds I just saw come down to pit road, but I think she was I think she's coming out of pit road. No, she came into pit road. I'm sorry, she came in. So it might be a clean field. It might be clean air in front of him for Shane Golodex to start off. So he's going to be getting some clean air on the restart. That should help him out in terms of holding on this lead with 11 laps to go. There's all the drivers out of the race, by the way, right now. But overtime is still a possibility in North Wilkesboro. We've seen some crazy finishes with overtime, and we'll see if it's going to happen again. I think we had overtime last weekend at Road America, and Johnny Gardner. It was a crazy overtime in Road America, but Johnny Gardner came from behind to take the win. And now we'll see if we'll have overtime in North Wilkesboro or we're going to be racing to the end. 10 laps to go with Shane Golodex in the lead. And here we go again to the green flag. And there you see the 17 trying to make a run on the 00. Vargas trying to come. Christian Russell is trying to win from the pole. But look at the run by Shane Golodex. He's pulling away. We have a caution. 19 car just stalled on track, and they almost actually hit the 19. The 19's engine just blew up. I'm serious. Like at the start, the 19's engine just blew up. Wow. Yeah, the 19 car's engine just went up in flames as soon as the green flag waved, and she stalls right next to the start-finish line, and that's what brought out the yellow. And there's the moment that they got the caution for the 19 stalling on the track after blowing up her engine. 8 laps to go. We'll have under caution. We'll have a handful of laps remaining for sure. So this race already better than last year's race for sure. Because last year we had a crazy lap glitch or whatever. It ruined it. But this time we have a more exciting race coming up. And 3 laps to go. It's going to come down to the wire. And we might have overtime with all the cautions we've seen here in this race. I wouldn't be surprised if we went to overtime to decide who's going to take the checkers at this legendary racetrack. Here we go. 3 to go. Oh, 24 into the wall. at the start. Wow, the 24 got loose. He went into the wall, and he saves it. Wow, that could have been a disaster quickly. Shane Golodex with 2 laps to go and is hoping not to have a caution out. Right now, he's holding on to the lead. Let's see if he can make it through. To the white flag, next time by, with 1 more lap around for Shane Golodex and Christian Russell trying everything he can to catch him. Here we go. This is it. And Russell's going to have 1 more chance to catch Golodex. Final corner, and Shane Golodex is going to get his first career win at the legendary North Wilkesboro Speedway. He wins the Tyson Holy Farms 400. Last lap chaos as we see a wreck right after they take the checkers. Yeah, they just let it all out on the last lap. But Shane Golodex is now in the playoffs with the win. The 00 has done it. Well, hope all of you guys liked that race here at North Wilkesboro. And now it's on to the regular season finale at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. First, the results from this race as Shane Golodex is going to get his first career win at North Wilkesboro. A great place to get a win, for sure, and he'll remember this one forever. Shane Golodex is your winner from North Wilkesboro, and we will see you guys next week for the regular season finale at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. You cannot miss this race, because at the end we'll reveal the playoff drivers for season 39. So we'll see you next time at Coca-Cola.